give and they get. Then they run around town beating their chests like they forget. I can forget for now, but I won't never forget. No, love how I feel, knowing the universe got my back. Whoa, love how I feel, knowing that money gon' come right back.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to The Journey Podcast. If you are here, please subscribe, like, drop a comment, give us 5 stars on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, wherever you get your podcasts from. Big month of August. This episode and the rest of this month is officially sponsored by Pulsetto.
Woo!
Yeah, shout out to
some fireworks in there.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I'm not good at After Effects. But yeah, shout out to Pulsetto for believing in us. And yeah, we look forward to partnering with them.
Yeah. Massive shout out to Pulsetto. We have a little live demonstration for you guys later, so make sure to stick around for that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're back. We haven't done one of these in probably about a month, just us two. John couldn't make it out, so here we are.
This is how we started.
That's how we started.
And we're still here. Yo, it kind of feels like a little old school. Like not necessarily the energy, but like the look of the studio. It just feels like it's very reminiscent of how many times we've done this. It's also dark in here today. And maybe with the backlight, I don't know, bro. I'm in the past right now.
It's old school.
It's old school.
Shout out to Dean.
That's old school.
That's old school.
Oh, man.
All right. I saw this thing. I want to start here and see where it takes us. We also went into this with no agenda like the old ones, so let's see where it goes.
Yeah.
All right. So this was basically, it's about God, too. Why we feel like certain urges or we're tempted to do certain things. It's because like the enemy is trying to take us away from what we're actually supposed to do.
Oh, I mean, that's great.
Oh yeah. So the reason you feel temptation for certain things and certain sins is very specific to what you're supposed to do. If you have the urge to smoke or damage your lungs, it's because your voice was meant to worship and be heard, and the enemy is trying to silence you.
Damn.
If you have crippling self-doubt and insecurity, it's because you are meant to lead and inspire. If you weren't dangerous to darkness, it wouldn't try to mute your confidence. If you have constant distraction or procrastination, it's because you carry strategy, vision, and ideas from heaven. The enemy delays you because he can't stop you, only you can. If you have an addiction to lust or pornography, it's because you carry a deep capacity for intimacy, covenant, and healing. Perverting love is how Satan prevents true restoration. If you have fear of rejection or abandonment, it's because you carry a spirit of belonging and reconciliation. You were made to gather the outcast, so he tries to make you feel like one.
Wow. Yeah, I mean,
pretty good, right?
Really good.
Have you ever thought of it that way? Of maybe why you're like attracted to certain things and you don't know why?
No,
it's a pretty, I mean, even for the viewers and listeners, like think about maybe what you struggle with, and maybe that can help you find your purpose, because on the other side of that is maybe what you're meant to do and what your calling is while you're here. And, the enemy or, is trying to take you away from that.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool thought process.
Yeah, that is cool. I mean, is there any of those like specifically that you feel like kind of go with you right now with where you're at in life?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, I'm not addicted to smoking. I don't have the urge to smoke and stuff like that. But I can see the other end of that. I feel like I was here meant to lead. But I think the main two is maybe the procrastination and the delaying of things, because you have all these creative ideas and you're filled with procrastination and putting things off, and your worst enemy in that scenario is you. Like I'm the one that's gonna, like, he can't do anything to me, but I can by falling into that.
Yeah.
And then definitely the lust. Yeah, definitely the lust, because I definitely crave intimacy and connection and all of those things. And you can be, your vision can be distorted, and what you actually are looking for can be replaced by lustful things to fill that void, when all you're craving actually is connection, which is a lot more wholesome and it's good for you, you
Yeah.
know, and it actually brings value to your life. But a lot of people fall short because they are craving a real connection with someone, but they fall short to lust and doing things that they wouldn't be proud of or things that they wouldn't say out loud in a room. But that voidance of connection, it feels like they may never find that. You know, you feel like you're just yearning for that, and it never comes. But lustful things are right at your fingertips whenever you want.
Yeah.
So it's so easy just to fall into that to get that fix.
Yeah, nah. I mean, I was like listening to that, and I was waiting for you to get to horniness because that's been my issue lately. Like, bro, I'm just horny. Like, my body is just like, um, is craving sex, like really, and it sucks because like I've had sex so many times in my life that like I have a vivid memory bank. So it's hard for me to stay. It's just kind of hard for me to stay pure because I'm not pure.
Right.
I've been there, done that. So it's like as striving for better in my life. That's been something that I feel has been sent to me to kind of cripple me. Cause like lust for me, like that's what it does. Like it's hard for me to think about anything else. But I'm happy about it, bro, because I know that there's two things that strong men, you really need to get a handle on these two things, and that's lust and money. And if you have a bad relationship with lust or money, by the time you do become successful, that's going to be the thing that destroys you. And I've heard pretty much 99.9% of men speak about that. Like when they're at the top, like, bro, there's just more opportunity. Like there's more women, more money, more opportunities, and they'll come. Like, yeah, the devil will send those opportunities to destroy you. So yeah, I think all these things, bro. I think all these things are really great opportunities, I mean, I think that's what like this time in our life is about now. It's like really kind of it I know that we're going to be successful, and all these things are just they're preparing us to step into that and do it the right way. So yeah, I mean, it is funny. It's crazy the different things that we all have like a different thorn in our side.
Yeah, no, I mean it's
That's why, bro. That's why I'm so down. Like I just like hate the prospect of sex. I feel like anytime I hear a story about sex, it's usually negative. Like very rarely do I hear a story about like two people having sex and it's like a good thing. It's always like an affair or like some thing. I don't know. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Lust sucks, bro. I hate lust. It's just like an unquenchable desire. And it doesn't stop until you get that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about just my personality of this. One, I have an addictive personality. Two, I have like an all or nothing personality. And I think that is a superpower, but it's also can lead to like my demise because like in certain scenarios, like I'm not very good at half-assing anything, It's either I don't do it and I don't care at all, or it's like once my mind is made up on something, I'm all the way in. So say for friendships, relationships, things that I'm really passionate about, right? I'm all in. When it comes to love, like I don't half love someone, I'm all the way in. When it comes to friendships, I try to always just sacrifice and be the best friend possible, even if it doesn't make me happy, even if it's something that I'm just, whatever. I try to do my best always in friendships.
Yeah.
Passions, like, obviously this podcast, basketball for me in the past, it was always all or nothing because I hated like thinking about the future and potentially leaving things on the table that I could have done, right? But now I have that same mindset when it comes to negative things.
Mm-hmm.
And whether it is women, whether it is going out, whether it's like, I can't just, there is no such thing as like, let's go have one drink.
Right.
It's I'll drink water if I want to have one drink. If I'm going to drink, like, I'm going to drink to drink.
Yeah.
If we're going out and we want to have a good time, like, I'm going to like wring it dry until there's nothing left to have a good time, So I don't have a good balance between just knowing when to call something quits. So it does help me in a lot of scenarios, but it also hurts me in a lot of scenarios. And even I've found the negatives in that from the positive things that I listed, like in relationships or friendships, right? There's times that I'll go so all in a relationship where it's like I almost run out of love. I feel like I try so hard, I give so much, and if it's not reciprocated, then I kind of fade out. That love, that fountain of love, it just it runs dry. I don't, and then once that thing is dry, I can't even fake it anymore. Like now the other person feels when I'm like checked out. And I think that's because, I'm so hell bent on making things like a priority that I'll burn out. Like I'll burn out from a relationship, and then, but me trying to always be the best person, I'll stay in it, or I'll stay with someone, even though I don't, like, my love for them is gone, but I don't want to hurt them. So I'll stay and then sacrifice my own happiness to not hurt them.
Right.
Which in the long run hurts them worse than me just being upfront and telling them how I really feel, So it's like, I've thought about that recently, of just this addictive, like almost just all or nothing personality that I have, and how it affects all the different aspects of my life.
Yeah.
Just want to take a brief moment and thank our sponsor, Pulsetto. If you guys are in the world of reducing stress, sleeping soundly, and wearing calmness, Pulsetto is a vagus nerve simulator that biohacks your parasympathetic nervous system, and it only takes 4 minutes to reduce stress. I am someone who's been dealing with anxiety and panic attacks over the past month or so. I have not tried Pulsetto yet. I think Jake has a good gift for me right now.
I think I got something for you, brother. There you go.
Okay, I need some of that
Get
jelly.
some of this good lubricant right there.
Here we go. So you're going to take this Signa gel. All right. So what? It goes on one side of your neck?
It goes on here, and here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going jelly.
Dude, you're putting quite a bit on.
I know. I'm scared. I don't want to get
Put it on the back. It's on the back.
It's all right. I'll wipe it off. All right.
Might even be too. Might even get the.
I'm scared. This is actual live first time reaction.
Is that sitting live on your neck? You feel it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Turn the app on.
All right, here we go. What you want? Stress, anxiety, sleep. Here, hold up.
Anxiety. Can we pick two?
Let's do anxiety.
Yeah, I've been dealing with bad anxiety.
Let me know when you feel something.
Oh. All right. I feel like I'm getting stim on my neck. Damn. What is that? Ow. I think I had to move it down. All right. Am I doing this right? I mean, you look at me.
All right, look. So the intensity is at 8. I believe it goes up to 15 right now. So you're halfway there.
Yeah, I'd leave it at 8 right now. I mean, I don't know how I look, but I mean, I feel it. I definitely feel it.
You feel something going on?
I feel something going on. I mean, I've had stim before. It feels like stim.
Is that what it feels like?
Yeah, but I've never had stim on my throat.
Yeah. Use this program anytime you feel tension or anxiety creeping in for 6 minutes. Ideal before stressful events and effective anytime tension starts to build. Daily use is recommended to help you feel calmer, more centered, and in control.
Well, if you guys want to try a Pulsetto, I mean, it feels like this is going to work. You get $200 off your order. The link is in the description.
What is it? How are you feeling?
I feel like Floyd Mayweather is doing the speed bag on my neck.
Oh my god. Oh.
Oh my
No, why is
gosh.
this so funny?
I don't know.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, dude. It's crazy. I mean, I hope this helps with my stress and anxiety, bro. I haven't been able to sleep the past 2 to 3 nights, and I've been stressed out and having anxiety and mini panic attacks.
Should I lower it a little bit?
No, leave it, dude.
No?
If anything, raise it.
Raise it, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
You raise it?
Yeah.
To what?
It actually only goes up to 9. It's at its max.
Oh, so you're at 8. You weren't halfway.
Oh.
This guy said 8 out of 15. It was really 8 out of 9.
Was it intense?
Yeah, it was intense.
Oh man.
How do I look? Jeez.
You look pretty good.
Let's go camera.
Oh man.
My neck veins are popping. Dude, look at my neck veins.
What are you feeling, right?
I'll crop in on
You
my
go,
neck
no, your
veins.
neck. What are you feeling? Oh my god, that looks insane.
What am I feeling? I feel like see this? I don't know what that was. I feel like Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
feel
look
like
like it.
Wolverine. I feel like I got a bunch of I feel like I'm in the tank right now.
Oh my god, bro, your neck.
Dude, my neck is brolic. That's kind
No.
of cool.
No, the way it's like pulsing, pulsetto.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done it before. I actually really like it. I think that the first time you do it, it's a little weird, but yeah, it makes you feel much more calm. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's like the feeling that I get after I get out of an ice bath. Yeah. Just like normalizes my anxiety for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I ended the session.
Ooh.
Yeah, take it off.
Oh. I feel lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of my stress comes from my chest and my neck,
Right.
and it kind of leads into my head and then makes me freak out.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel lighter right now. I feel like less tension in like my traps, my neck, my breathing.
Fire.
Yeah. No, I mean, this was cool. This was a cool first experience.
Yeah. Now imagine doing that every day.
Well, now that I have one, I am going to do that. And if you guys want one, $200 off. Link in the description. And you can feel the same way.
Massive shout out to Pulsetto, our premier sponsor for the Journey podcast. Yeah, I'd say that's a good thing, you know. I would say, yeah, I think that's what this stage in our lives is about, you know. It's about really kind of taking that's one thing that I've been focusing on is how can I let go of the things that are hurting me and emphasize the things that help me.
Yeah.
And I love living like that, you know. Like I think that anytime for me personally there's like any bit of vanity in it, it's gonna hurt me. I think that like how, you know, maybe one person, you know, like you said before, like if you have a drink you gotta have another one. Like if I like hear that I'm the best, I like tell me why am I the, you know, like so it I think that, and the reason being, bro, is because I think like we are great. We are, you know, like you said before, all of these like nerfs are meant to kind of keep you down. They're not, you're not supposed to excel. But you know, that's one thing that I've really just been focusing kind of heavy on, because I actually am really proud of myself when I'm super proud of a part of me, and I'm super not proud of the other part of me. And I could see it, like, literally, I could see both sides of me now. I could see, it's almost like Jekyll and Hyde. Like, I feel like, I don't know, I've heard that from many people. Like, is Jake bipolar? I've heard that, you know, because I very much do feel like I have these two different personalities, but I really do feel like me is the good guy.
Yeah.
And that is that's kind of like I mean, just to get biblical, like that's what I feed now. That's the spirit. You know, that's
Yeah, there's two wolves.
yeah, I mean, I fasted today, you know, for literally what we're speaking about, for lust. Like I fasted today because I was supposed to give like a children's message tonight at a youth group, and I want to like starve my flesh, like starve my fleshly starve whatever is inside of me that would have like joined the youth group to like tell people that like, hey, I'm a youth group leader. Like I wanted to starve that side of me.
Mm-hmm.
And go be the guy that can actually be there for the kids. So yeah, it's just funny how we all have like just these things inside of us, man, that are not good.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's weird when you know there's something about you that you're not cool with, but then you're like attracted to that. It's like you can't get enough. It's like a dog like that likes to lick its own vomit. We can be like that sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
Right? Isn't it weird how we can like things that like we're like, I don't like it.
If someone else did it, we would judge them.
For sure.
But when we do it, it's like, skeletons in the closet.
Yeah, well, I judge myself hard. That's why like I've abstained from a lot of things, because I can't get away with it anymore. My mind doesn't let it go. It's always there, bro. It's always there. It gets so bad for me, bro. Like I can't get away from it ever. And it messes with me. And now like yeah, so I want to like I can't, bro. I can't feed that wolf anymore. I can't do it. Cuz now when it affected everyone else around me, I was cool with it. But now that it affects me, I'm like, "Oh, now I feel the way that I've been treating everyone else."
Mm. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we don't. I guess it has to get to that point, right? Where you're sick of your own shit, because when you're affecting other people, even if they tell you that you're hurting them or you're mistreating them, or they don't like the way that you're acting, you can kind of finesse them. You're right. Yes, man. And
Yeah.
you can kind of just like I'm gonna change, whatever. Sure. But when you become the person that is complaining to you,
Mhm.
there's no. What are you gonna try to fool yourself? Are you gonna try to like maneuver and manipulate yourself?
Yeah.
You can't. You can't do that. And it's funny though when you notice that in other people, because I think we're both self-aware enough to realize that, and maybe we're not the best at acting on it, or making the appropriate change and like actually cutting the snake's head off for good.
Yeah.
Right? There's times that we still fall back into things that we're not proud of or things that we don't want to be anymore. But it's funny, like when you notice that in other people, and you may not say anything, but you can see them for who they truly are.
Right.
And they're trying to perceive this image of how they want other people to view them. And then you look at them and you're like I know the real you.
Yeah.
I know that's not really you. Like, you're not fooling me. You might fool a lot of other people around you.
Yeah.
And it might lead to success. Like it might propel you in whatever thing you're trying to do. But when you put your head on the pillow at night, like who you really are. Yeah. And it's an uncomfortable thing to even be around. And it pisses me off, honestly, to see people.
Facts, me too.
It does piss me off to see like the success that people have when I know who they truly are and they're getting praise for the wrong thing. It's like, if you only knew who this guy really was, or if you only knew what this person does when no one's watching. But their social media presence, the way they carry themselves in public, the way they dress, the car they drive, you would never guess it. But a lot of the people you praise and look up to are doing dark shit, behind the scenes, and they would never speak on the things that they actually do and who they actually are in public in a room full of people.
Yeah. No, it's scary, bro. I could not agree more. And I know people that you're speaking about. I mean, it's a very weird. I mean, I just think that's crazy, like to flex like how good you are and then not be good. Like to flex how, like, if you want to flex how great you are and then you genuinely are that guy, like that's one thing. But if you're flexing and like you're not that person, it's like, oh my God. Yeah, it's weird, bro.
Men do that to women too.
Mm.
Of like they I think that's why so many women get hurt, in so many relationships. Because I've just been seeing a lot of our comments on TikTok and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
yeah, there's some hurt women out there, bro.
Oh,
it's
dude,
crazy.
I did want to talk about that a little bit.
Yo,
too.
there really is.
Nah, it's bad.
Bro, I was on the phone today with a 61-year-old woman from Pennsylvania.
Really?
61-year-old like African American woman, probably can't relate to her like too much, but I was, because she had sent me a message like oh, like I'm quitting, like that's it, it's happening now.
Right, that's the one that you have to reach out to.
So
Those are
I
the ones
called
that I'll
her,
reach out to, yeah.
and I'm like, hey, you're quitting? She's like, yeah, I'm quitting my job. And then she starts like going in, and I'm like, oh my God, like, thank God.
Yeah.
I hate your job, but like, it's just funny how like there is a lot of like, I've seen that as well, like online, like there's like just some women that have just like insane trust issues, like not hate. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
No, very hateful,
Like,
very angry.
They comment on our stuff like,
Yeah.
oh, I hope these guys never find love.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo.
Those are the ones I fire back at.
Yeah.
I do fire back. And like I wanted to
you
make
have been?
Oh, all the time. I mean, go look at our TikTok. Go look at our TikTok. I fire back at them. Cuz dude, I'm so sick of reading comments and seeing hateful shit without them knowing any context. They're just projecting what happened to them onto someone else because they feel awful about their life or their situation. And 10 times out of 10, they're middle-aged, they're single or divorced with kids, and they're commenting on random 28-year-olds podcasts saying, you deserve what you got, without knowing any context. It's like, ma'am, you're 47 years old. You're divorced. You have 2 kids. Like, send me a message and like we can talk about this, but don't project what happened to you onto me without knowing any context. And so that's why I'll fire back. And my go-to message now is like, hey, I don't think it's good to project what happened to you or assume in a situation that you have no context of. I hope you're doing okay, with a heart. Yeah. That's what I send to all of them. And then they fire back with another paragraph. Yeah. You don't know, And it's like, dude, like, I get it, you're hurt, but like, I'll talk to you. We can talk it out. But I just don't, like, I'm trying to help because that doesn't help them. They think it helps them. Like sending hate and spreading hate and commenting and stuff like that. They think that helps them. It's not helping you. Trust me. Because you'd be surprised. The number one thing, I mean, obviously, like, every girl I've ever been with that's been, on TikTok, they don't even watch the video that they're scrolling on. They go right to the comments. Yeah. So if you have a viral comment, people are going to click on your page and then they're going to see like, all right, well, this lady is like sending a lot of hate. Like this is a pretty hateful message. And they click on your page and then they see like you're single and divorced and middle-aged and you just see, it's just a bad look. I just don't think that's the right way to go about it.
I agree.
Yeah.
No, I mean, bro, I think that you need to have a spirit of forgiveness in life. It definitely doesn't, there's so many issues. There's so many issues with that type of woman. Dude, it's just so weird. It's just so weird out here. It is just such a weird place. I be in my own bubble sometimes, forgetting like other people are like going through things. Like right now, like there's insane amounts of like arguments and people freaking out and I don't know, kids getting pulled out of school and like all types of weird things going on right now. That's why, bro. I'd be grateful these days that like it's life's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a selfish take. I'm here to address the other stuff, but I am grateful that like I once knew what it was like to be dealing, and I haven't. No, I'm not dealing anymore. 'Cause that
Yeah.
sucks, bro. You know you get it. Like the way some people feel. I think some people should make a habit of like um understanding like there is a way forward, and then there's a way to stay where you're at, and maybe the way staying where you're at feels better, but in the long run it just produces like death. Yeah, it just destroys you.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I mean,
Stagnation. It's like a stagnant. I don't know. Like I feel like the picture in my head of someone that stagnates is like I don't know. I could just see like the life get sucked out of you over time.
yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know, the world is a overall pretty pretty miserable place for the average human's mindset,
Yeah.
you know? And it sucks that so many people view the world that way, and especially as we get older. I think when we were younger, we looked at the world a lot lighter, a lot more optimistically, a lot more positive. We were excited about the future. We saw the potential in things. We looked at the good in everything. We looked at things a lot lighter. We were just lighter. And now as we're creeping up into our late 20s, into our early 30s, a lot of our friends are around that area. Just so many of the conversations that we have are just so dark.
Yeah.
They're so painful. They're so negative.
I agree.
It's hard to it's hard to talk to a lot of people, and it seems like the only way to connect now in 2025 is on some negative shit.
Yeah.
You talk to people about positive shit, or things you have going on. If you're in a good place, you can feel like there's like a subliminal like hate or jealousy because they're in a bad place.
Yeah.
It's like the only way to connect to people now, or the only way to really relate is on some negative shit. Is to talk about, yeah, I'm going through this breakup, or I'm struggling with money right now, or I'm dealing with anxiety or overthinking or stress, or this person, and that's where people relate. And I understand there's a time and place for that, but it just seems like that's the like conglomerate, that seems like the majority, where
Yeah.
there's not much positivity in a lot of these conversations, with the everyday person. I'm not even talking just your friends or whatever. I'm saying people maybe you ran into that you knew from the past, whatever. I don't know. 3 out of 10 is usually a positive conversation. 3, 4, but the 6 or 7, it's usually like kind of negative, and that's sad. It's like, why? And I mean, that's a question mark for me. That's something I'm still trying to figure out, because I always try to keep it positive with people. Like, even if I'm going through some shit, I never try to shed my darkness on someone else. I'll be honest. I'll be like, hey, yeah, I'm going through some shit right now, but I'm like, I'm gonna be good. I don't want to put that on someone else, or put that pressure on someone else to feel like they need to help me or whatever. Because you never know what they're going through, or you never know where you telling them something might bring them. But I feel like a lot of people, one, they feel comfortable speaking to us. We're very, I don't know, I guess receiving people.
Mm-hmm.
So people feel open talking about personal things to us.
Yeah.
A lot of it's dark. It's like, what happened?
Yeah, I mean, bro, I think that we removed God, I think that's the source of all of it. I just think that a little bit of a broken record over here, but I've seen more happy people at church than I have at the club.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot more successful marriages than with people that go to church than people that don't. I've seen like beautiful families, bro. I've seen smiles. I've seen fellowship. I've seen community. I've seen people come together. The most diverse um, moments of my life have been at church. I mean, this past weekend I went to a church and there was 500 Korean people in there. I was the only white person at church this past weekend.
Huh.
Did I send you that? Oh, did I tell you the story?
No.
Oh, dude, this is awesome. So yeah, I gotta tell the story because this, bro, it's too good. So yeah, so 2 months, 2 months ago, I was just like bored one night. That's like the one shitty thing about having God in your life. Like until I think that it takes a second to like re-figure out like, all right, what could I do at night now? You know, because like movies don't hit the same anymore. You don't really want to go out, you know, so you have to like kind of figure out like a whole new way of living. But whatever. 2 months ago, I'm like, oh, I want to go explore. So I hopped in the whip and I was like, let me just drive around Huntington. You know, it was like nice night out. You know, I also enjoy like the that like first time summer smell. You know, so I'm driving around, windows down. And I passed this huge building like 5 minutes away. Bro, it's a gigantic building. There's no signs. I'm like, what is this thing? You know, like, and whatever. A week later, I'm at the laundromat and I got my Bible out.
Oh, the dude.
Yeah, and the
Oh,
Asian
I
dude.
picked you up that night.
From where?
The laundromat.
Yes.
Yeah, I picked you up that night.
Okay, yes.
Okay, so I heard that story. I didn't
Okay.
hear about you going to church with 500 Koreans.
Yeah, so whatever. So he invited me. Long story short, he invited me to
You
church.
met Jesus. You met Korean Jesus at the
I met
laundromat.
Korean Jesus at the laundromat.
Yes.
And he invited me to church, and I finally went this past Sunday. And bro, I walked in, and the message is in Korean.
They're speaking Korean.
It's Korean, like it's not English. It's Korean. Like,
So what'd you get out of that?
so they have a translator, but they translate it to English. But like, I was just like looking around. I was like, am I in New York right now? I was like, where am I right now? Here, like this shit's bro. But it was such a beautiful moment.
Would you record it?
Just a second of it. Yeah.
응답해 주시고 그 마음 앞에 하나님이 길을 열어 주시고 유다를 만나게 해 주시고 아이의 생명을 갖게 해 주시고
That's good.
Bro, they got these Asian ladies, bro.
Hey.
Dude. But the whole point was I was just speaking about the diversity of people with God. But like, bro, it was like just like this, like, oh my God. First of all, I was like, how did God even get to these people? You know, like that they're that convicted, whatever. But the whole point of the story was just saying like I've also seen you know, less racism, less, bro, go down the list of all the bad things.
Of course.
People that have God in their life, they don't need the things that fulfill the average man. And it's been, and I think that is, I think that, I think the only people that I've seen that were truly happy are people that have God in their life. And that's why I decided, like, that's what I wanted to go down that path, because I've been searching for so long for fulfillment. You know, I've been searching so long for that thing. And maybe in the beginning it was more like this blind faith of maybe I don't even necessarily believe in God yet, but I know that I want to be happy. But then, you know, once I got to know God, it really showed me that, like, I think joy is a combination of faith and love.
Yeah.
And to me, that only really happens when you're in a right place with God, when you feel God's presence, and you know that you're making him proud. And that's been something for me. I think that a lot of people are the reason why majority of people are negative and they only really have negative things to speak about is because they live for themselves. You know, it's, yeah, I guess with, I guess when you have a relationship with God, it's not about you anymore. And it's just really nice, bro. It's really nice. Like today, right? Like even this morning, I was just writing. I had my first like big message tonight, like almost like a youth pastor role, and the first 4 hours of my day, I was just like preparing for the kids, like I was doing something for someone else today, and it felt really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we continue,
Sure.
I need a magic mind.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need to get our minds right.
Get our minds right. These things are great, man. I see so many people using them. A lot of comedians like Brendan Schaub, Brian Callahan. Who's the guy that went on Janko? Do you watch a lot of Janko?
Dax Shepard.
Dax Shepard.
Dax something. I don't know.
Is he the guy that he used to be like a youth pastor and was huge in Christian?
Well, I don't know then.
Okay, you should watch that episode though, because he was like a youth pastor, was leading to be a pastor,
Wow.
and then everything changed for him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like he kind of like stepped away from Christianity big
Okay.
time, but he was huge in Christianity leading up.
Sure.
Yeah, it's cool. But I saw him speaking about it as well. But
Okay.
no, these things are great. I'm gonna rip one. It's
Yeah. It's 9 p.m.
it's 9 p.m., but it's not gonna keep me up. And I've honestly, the last 2 nights have been rough for me.
Yeah. Let's expand on that potentially.
Yeah, we can. I mean, it's really not much, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this.
That's delicious.
Sharper mind, calm energy, manage stress. If you guys want some magic mind, go to the link in the I can't speak.
Go
In
to
the
the description.
description.
Yeah.
Go to the link in the description. I don't know why I couldn't get that out. You get 50% off. Magic Mind for me has helped so much as far as dealing with anxiety and panic attacks. And there's times that I take pre-workout that has 300 milligrams of caffeine and so much nonsense in there, and then I get to the gym and I can't work out.
Yeah.
And there's times where I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing pre-workout today. I'm just going to take a Magic Mind and I'm going to work out. And guess what? I complete my workout.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you guys want Magic Mind, go to the link in our description and you'll get 50% off your order if you subscribe to Magic Mind for monthly orders. Code JOURNEY. I'll leave the QR code right here, and the code is right here. So if you guys want to indulge in some Magic Mind, go get your minds right.
Shout out to Magic Mind.
Yeah, I mean, as far as, the panic, I don't know, bro. The past 2 nights have just been rough. Yeah, past 2 nights
really?
have been rough. Yeah. Nothing's triggering it. I spoke to a friend, and she said something along the lines of, like, in therapy, she was told that sometimes when you mess up what your subconscious is so used to, so say in just your daily routine, how you go about your day, the things you do, the things you eat, who you speak to, whatever, when there's a switch up in that, you're consciously, you don't think it's a big deal, but your subconscious realizes it.
Yeah.
And it realizes that it's almost like a fault. Something isn't how I'm used to here, and it triggers something that you don't even realize. And that's maybe an option.
What's different?
I don't know. No. Like, it was like to the smallest things of like, if you're so used to living your day, like I wake up, I eat breakfast, I journal, I pray, I read the Bible, I go to the gym, I eat lunch, whatever, you boom. That's your day. Like if you wrote down, if you had to tell someone, how do you spend your day? That's how you would write it.
Right.
Say something along that mix is off or you don't do. It tells your subconscious like, hey, you're doing something that we're not used to.
Yeah.
And it could trigger some past trauma that comes up and then spark some type of anxiety that you're not even aware of.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I mean, maybe. I was like, I never thought of it like that, or I was never even open to that idea. So maybe, I don't know. But yeah, no, it's just been weird. The past 2 nights, bro, have been bad.
Like,
Yeah.
What's happening?
Oh, dude, like heart palpitations, like can't breathe, like freaking out, jumping out of my sleep. Just trying to breathe and drink water. I try to take a deep breath in. But I'm just like, I mean, I'm not too worried about it unless it's something physical. I mean, if this goes on for another week or two, I'll go to the doctor. But I have no idea. I have no idea. It just comes out of nowhere. Nothing triggers it that I'm aware of, that my conscious is aware of. There's certain things that I'll think about that will trigger it, that make it worse. But yeah, it's very weird. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe it is. I mean, I drink a lot of caffeine. Maybe I should chill off the caffeine. Maybe no nicotine. You know what I'm saying? So maybe something of that sort, just to help the nervous system. But yeah, it's been weird. Past 2 nights have been rough.
How do you view mental health now that like you faced like some pretty severe battles over the past couple months?
Honestly, not much has changed, dude. Cause I'm all good.
Mhm.
You know, I have empathy for people that can, and maybe, and you know, it's hard to judge. You know, I think everyone's situation is subjective. You know, and you don't know what someone is actually going through. Like maybe what I'm going through right now is a very mild case of anxiety and panic attacks. I don't know. That first one seemed pretty severe, and I had a lot. But I'm just saying, like with this, it didn't change much in that aspect of like, I kind of freak out a little bit. Like it's been rough, but I'm also, I don't know. I just feel like kind of battle tested. I'm kind of like tough skin. I'm like, dude, like you're fine. You know, like this sucks. You're jumping out of your sleep. You can't breathe. As long as nothing physically is wrong. If this is your mental, like playing a trick on your body to make you feel like you can't breathe or your throat is closing or, you know, you're thinking about dark shit. I'm okay. And I wish more people could think like that if this is the case. If this is nothing physical and this is all strictly mental, man, I wish people could think like that. Because I still, like, I'm okay. You know, I can come here and speak for an hour. You know, I was okay. I got work done all day. I had 5-6 calls today. I handled all my stuff and I had kind of like lingering anxiety throughout the entire day. Like every in between that I did something, I felt that same kind of lingering, like,
Mm.
what the fuck, you know, like felt like my heart was stopping, felt like I couldn't breathe, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I really, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm still learning about it. You know, I don't know how more to think on like the mental health aspect, but like, you know, maybe what I'm going through right now is super severe for some people. And maybe for some people, this is like mild. It's like almost not even a mental health thing, you know?
Right.
So I don't know. That's why I think it's very subjective to how it affects every single person selectively.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean,
Weird though. First time in my life ever, you know, and maybe anxiety is genetic, you know, travels down. I know my dad suffered with it. You know, I think my mom had it a little bit. So maybe it is genetic, and maybe at 28 it just, you know, something triggered it and it hit me, and now this is something I got to deal with. I don't know. You know, I guess we'll see in the future.
yeah, anxiety's funny, man, because it like it as someone that is on the opposite side, because you have that's health anxiety what you're speaking about.
What do you mean?
That to me is health anxiety when your body you're anxious about physical symptoms happening in your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, not saying like you think that you're doomed, like not saying that you think you have like cancer, but that could be also be confused with health anxiety. But I'm just saying like your anxiety was similar to mine in that it wasn't triggered by anything either.
Right.
It would just happen.
Yeah, my body is reacting to a certain thing that it feels out of my control,
Yeah.
you know? Because like there's times like I can't get my breath, I can't get my breath, I can't get my breath, and then I tell myself like, dude, fucking relax, just breathe, and then I get a full breath of air.
Yeah.
If there was something wrong with my breath, I wouldn't be able to breathe.
Yeah.
You know, so now it's like 3 out of 4 times I can't breathe. It's a mental thing. It's
Mhm.
my mind playing a trick, telling myself, you can't breathe, your throat is closing, your heart's beating fast, you know? So yeah.
Yeah, that was it. As someone that's on the other side of it, I mean, it Dude, I thought when it happened to me, I thought like I was never gonna like be normal again. I thought I was always gonna have panic attacks because that's like what your reality. That's almost how you have to start thinking about it to overcome it. Because if every time now you have a panic attack or you get some anxiety, you're pissed off about it. Like you add to it by you being like, oh my God, like whatever. But then like years later, yeah, it just subsided. Yeah, it just subsided. My thing is more like OCD now. Like I have like more of like an OCD type of issue. Okay, I get stuck on I get stuck on certain shit. But I think that I guess it's interesting to think about to hear you say that it kind of you don't view mental health differently.
No.
Yeah.
No, I really don't. I think it's hard. I think mental health is something hard to judge. I think it's hard to have an opinion on. Who the fuck are you to tell someone what their mental health is like
Mm-hmm.
or how severe whatever they're going through is like? Everyone's story is different, So to tell someone like it's not that serious or to look at someone and be like, damn, you're really going through it. You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Only the person that's actually going through it knows what they're going through. And you can juice it up to tell other people, or you can go online and be a mental health advocate when kind of goes back to what we talked about in the beginning. Like, what you went through, like, wasn't that rough, but now
Right.
you're like trying to take advantage of something because it might help your brand or
Yeah.
might make people like view you in a different light. And you're trying to almost exploit something that should never be exploited because there are people that really deal with it on a different level. So that's why I don't try to be like this like advocate for it or this like mental health survivor. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Over the past month and a half, I've had one really bad panic attack, a lot of mini panic attacks, and pretty bad anxiety. But I'm all right. I'm still alive. I'm still breathing. I'm healthy. I went to the doctor. Everything checked out. I'm good. I think people like once they go through one thing, it's like they either let it be their downfall and they don't try to see it in an optimistic light, or they try to like capitalize on the opportunity. Like, oh damn, I went through some hard shit now. Like now I can like start a pod,
Mhm.
or now I can like be a motivational speaker. It's like, dude, like, so that's why I don't know. I don't view it any different.
Yeah.
I think I think it's very important to speak about, and I think it's something that shouldn't be pushed, shoved under the rug. But I do think it's something like, who are you to judge someone's mental health? I don't know what you're going through. I don't know how it affected you. So, I mean, if it affected you very poorly, and maybe if I went through that, I kind of could shake it off. I'm not going to look at you differently. Like everyone, everyone has a different pain tolerance, physically. But everyone also has a different mental pain tolerance.
Mhm.
So, if you get, you're playing slaps, you get slapped on the hand, one person cries, the other person is like, that didn't hurt. Who are you to judge someone that went through some mental issues and you say, oh, it's not that deep. It's not that serious because it crushed them. But maybe you went through the same thing and you were totally fine, So I think mental health is a very, very broad subject to be judgmental on or view it in a certain way.
Mhm. Do you think that you can make your own mental health worse? A person can make their own mental health worse?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think you can do things for quick fixes that help your mental health in the short term, but they continue to ruin your mental health in the long run.
Mhm.
And you're afraid to actually do the work and sacrifice and maybe sit in the fire for a little while. So you continuously run to what makes you feel good in the moment, knowing it's going to screw you in the end.
Mhm.
And then you do that for 3 months, 6 months, a year. And, 5 years later, you realize why you're like a neurotic, crazy human being. It's like you put a Band-Aid on every time something got hard. You know, every single time adversity came, or you had mental health struggles, you threw a Band-Aid on because you knew a quick fix.
Yeah.
Whether that was drugs, alcohol, sex, porn, you name it. Everyone has their own fix. Your subconscious, like, you know that that's not good for your mental health in the long run, but you're just trying to run away from it for the now.
Yeah.
You know, people aren't patient enough to put in the work to actually cure their mental health, to actually fix the problem.
Yeah.
They just want to use something to, help for the short term. So I definitely think. I think all of us ruin our own mental health. I think there are situations in our life that affect our mental health that are out of our control, but how we respond to what happens to us externally is completely in our control, and most of us make the wrong decision.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no, I agree, bro. I've certainly that's another reason why I'm kind of being abstaining from a lot of things now, is because they make my mental health worse.
What do you abstain from? Or like, what do you, I guess, what are you trying to cut out?
Well, alcohol.
Okay.
Alcohol.
What does alcohol do to you?
It's fun until it isn't. You know, it's like that's kind of what it is. Like, it's fun until alcohol for me is where other people can forget a thought. I also can forget the thought, but maybe 1 out of 10 times I can hyperfixate on the thought.
Mm.
And because of that, it's extremely uncomfortable. Like, you know, it's worse.
Yeah.
It's worse. I'd rather be sober. And that one time that hyperfixating on that thought makes me want to be sober 100% of the time.
Mm.
So that's it. That it's not that I have a problem with alcohol majority of the time. It's that for the few times it's burned me, I never want to feel that way again.
Right.
It's not worth, the juice isn't worth the squeeze there. You
Yeah.
know, it really is I'm actually like afraid of it. You know, that's like that has been something for me that hasn't, like, I haven't wanted to drink at all. But if that was a hot naked girl, I'd be all over it, you know. But yeah.
Sorry, Tara texted us.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
Call on Monday.
Okay.
Ready to start.
All right, good.
Good call.
But yeah, no, like, yeah, it was yeah, I think it just like ran itself dry. Like, there's like been a few things like so far like on my path that have just like, yeah, it doesn't turn me on anymore. You know, so alcohol for me is one of the main things. Yeah, one of the main things I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's weird. Like, when you get to a point where, 'cause I think some people, and maybe I've struggled with this, I'd have to think about it, but like the thing that like almost like doesn't even turn you on anymore, but you're so comfortable with it, like you still do it. Like, you know, like what we spoke about earlier, like, you know, it's not good for you. You know, you don't want to do it, but you still do it,
Yeah.
you know? And it's like, what is that? You know, how do you remove that? You know? And I think that's where
I think it has to burn you, bro. Like, you have to get burned. You know, like, I'm sure that if you know, if you, yeah, I mean, that's a very quick and easy way. You have to like legitimately get burned by it.
But think about the people that get burned and then they still go back to it.
That's what makes it a disease. That's what makes addiction a disease.
Yeah. That's where it's scary, you know?
It's uncontrollable.
Yeah. Yeah, you see how bad this thing affected your life. You took a short amount of time to process it and learn from it, which you didn't really learn.
Mm-hmm.
And then the moment you have the opportunity to fall back into it, you go right back to it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why, bro, like, if you can get self-control, stand on it. Stand on it. It's much easier to abstain when you've built up some momentum than to like stay in that like circular pattern. I'm going to do it. Damn, I'm shameful about it. I'm going to do it. I'm never going to do it again. I'm going to do it. I'm never going to do it again. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that yeah.
Yeah, that was it was funny. I was speaking to Nick last night about it. I forgot what he asked me. And he was just like something along the lines of like,
I had a thought, sorry. I
No,
had
no,
a
go,
thought
go,
I had a
go.
thought like 10 minutes ago
go.
that if I was drunk, it would have like turned bad. It would have been so I would have been so pissed off that I just had this thought that I would have had to drink more to try to get rid of the thought. And when the thought didn't leave, I would have had to have food. And when that didn't work, I would have had to jerk off. Like the thought would have been so scary and almost like insidious that like now my defenses are down. Now I have to like run away from it, but you can't.
Right. Yeah, isn't it weird how I'll get to what I was saying, but like isn't it weird how obviously certain substances affect people in different ways? You know? Cuz like obviously like alcohol affects you negatively for the most part is what you're saying.
No, it affects me positively for the most part.
Well, yes, but there is like this dark side to it.
Yeah, but that's exactly.
You know, there is this opportunity for dark side.
Mhm.
Right, and your dark side like leads to, you know, negative things for you, negative thinking and negative habits and whatever, everything recycles. No, it's just
It leads to getting burned.
Yeah, it leads to getting burned. But yeah, it's just weird cuz like I mean, not that I've done much, but like I've only smoked weed and I've drank. Like when I smoke weed, I get very paranoid and I'm not very social and I'm kind of in my own head a lot and I'm kind of freaking out. That's why I stopped smoking weed a long time ago.
Yeah.
For some people, it's a very social drug. For some people, they can't do it. They can't go out unless they smoke, or they can't be around people, or they can't go to a function unless they smoke. Drinking, like for me, I think drinking makes me a lot more just open and I guess confident to just speak, whatever. I don't really think negative. I kind of deal with the negative thoughts the next morning, you know? But in the moment, it helps me. For you, like those negative thoughts, one night might come up.
Yeah.
It doesn't really happen with me. It's just so weird to see how certain things affect different people. You know, we're not talking for me, I've never done anything else, you know, other than weed and alcohol. I'm scared, honestly, but yeah, you're right. Like you know, for you, like you were just thinking like if you would have drank, it would have led to X, Y, and Z, and it would have been kind of out of your control. These things would have happened. You would have woke up tomorrow. You would have been pissed off, you know, mad at yourself, kind of.
Now it's a cycle, and now I have to get unmad at myself. It's going to take me a while to get unmad at myself.
Yeah.
By the time I get unmad at myself, I'll probably have drank again. Now I'll drink for like as some sport. Like maybe if I drink this time and I have because the thought's where you last left it. So maybe if I drink this time and I have a good experience, then then alcohol will be good to me again. It's very weird. Like at least for me personally. But I don't think that it's unique. I think that anyone can get burned at any time. And that's what I'm saying is I still enjoy alcohol more than I don't enjoy it. Mm-hmm. But I have a hypothesis that all it takes is once.
Yeah.
And I think that as a leader, once is everything can be gone. The podcast, your family, you know, for me, ministry and, you know, things like that really matter, you know, and I just don't want to be under the influence of anything other than God.
Yeah. No, it's good. So you think you'll never drink alcohol again?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't want to be foolish and be like, no, I'm never.
Right.
I've done that.
Yeah, you don't got to be hell bent. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to be hell bent about it. I like drinking.
No, drinking is
I
fun.
love it.
I mean, I enjoy it too,
Yeah.
you
No,
know,
dude,
like,
it's fun. I love drinking.
but that's what I was saying. Like, it just seems like, cause like, obviously I've been around you at times where, you've drank and you haven't shown your best side.
Yeah, there
I mean,
we go.
there's
The Mike concert.
There's 2 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 times. The Mike concert and New Year's.
Yeah, boom.
You know, 2 times where I was like, even like, there's not many times where I gotta be like, yo, chill, bro. You know, because like me and you are usually on the same page. Like we're usually like we can read each other's minds. Like we're like whatever I'm thinking, you're thinking. But there was 2 times where I'm like, who is this?
Yeah,
You know, like, bro, chill.
yeah.
Chill, you know? And it was 2 times, you know, in the fucking I mean, we've known each other.
How many times have we drank together?
I mean, over
Over
probably
300?
over 300 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. So that's what, you know, I get it why it's scary because you don't like that person that comes out 1 out of every 10 times.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was 2 moments that I could really think of.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Mhm.
You know. And yeah, for me, you know, like having a drink, you know, I do enjoy it. You know, it's fun. You know, it's fun to drink, you know, but I think it really just comes down to like people have to understand their limit. They have to understand their tolerance, what they can actually deal with, what they can handle, the situation they're putting themselves in, the experience, the scenario, their settings. You gotta have to play all that. You know, you have to put that into play. Now, most people don't do that, and that's why people end up in trouble.
You have to drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly. What is that,
Right.
Dos Equis?
Yeah. But it's a
we're
fact, though.
We're
you
doing
know?
a Dos Equis.
It's like people that like go and do a psychedelic when they're in a bad place. That's not going to be good. That's not going to go well.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's the same thing with drinking.
Yeah.
You know, for a while, bro, I didn't like my mental state, you know? So the drinking, even the escape, that's what would happen to me. The escape would be an escape majority of the time, but there were times that I already wasn't happy with where I was at sober, and then now the alcohol just put it on steroids. It just blew it up.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where I had like the Mike night. What when you really boil that down, that was years of seeing other people that I was more talented than, that I was harder working than, not only succeed, but treat me like I was like the lowest of them. So yeah, bro, I blew up. And then the other thing was I loved another girl, and I handled it the wrong way, but that's just like what the alcohol made me not give a shit,
Yeah.
you know? But
Yeah.
that's common in many people. That's what alcohol does. It makes you
Yeah.
not give a shit. The alcohol didn't make me blow up those 2 times because of the alcohol. It made me blow up those 2 times because that's where I was at.
Yeah, that's like the beautiful like dark thing about alcohol. I think it does bring out like who you truly are in some moments.
Yeah.
It brings out like your skeletons in the closet. It makes you say or feel the things that you're afraid to say.
For sure.
And I think it can be a good stepping stool for some people. It has been for me. You know, there's been times where like I've been in a certain place in my life and say I've drank, I've went out, and you know, the Evermore all white party. Like I end up in the car, you know, at 1 a.m, like writing in my notes. You know, I'm dialed in, like writing in my notes, like everything that I've ever went through. Like it like made me like bleed everything out.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't go and do something stupid that I would ever regret.
Mm-hmm.
I was conscious enough to like, let me go to the car and like write this shit down.
Yeah.
And that's what I did, you know, and I had it all on paper of like all the emotions I was feeling, every thought that I've had, every doubt, every fear, every, you know, I was angry, I was upset. So then I could read it the next morning, and be like, damn, like this is how you really feel, but you've been not man enough to say it, or you're not tapped in enough with yourself to even think about those things, but maybe alcohol had to bring this out of you. So I've had moments like that. I've obviously had moments where alcohol made me awful, and made me not proud of who I am or made poor decisions, but there are times where I'm like, damn, like
No, you're really you're like more yourself. You're like
I feel
more
like this
yourself
is who I
in a
really
sense.
am.
Yes, yeah.
Because I'm not overthinking. And I think people that overthink and then drink alcohol be more of themselves, and then they wish they were more of themselves. That's why they drink more. That's why they constantly drink. Because when they're sober, they overthink so much, they can't truly be themselves, because every time they try to act like who they want to be, they can't actually be that person. But as soon as a little bit of alcohol gets in their system, they're a loose cannon.
Yeah.
But they're almost proud of that loose cannon, because they're like, damn, I wish I was this confident. I wish I could go talk to this many girls. I wish I could have this type of mindset. I'm so optimistic. I'm so fired up right now. I got everything going for me.
So being that much of a loose cannon with zero restrictions is bad.
Of course.
When you were in the car that night, I was having the loose cannon experience. I was on the opposite end
Yes.
of things.
Yeah.
I
You
was
were loose cannon.
loving
Yeah.
life,
Yeah.
talking to every bro. If it wasn't gonna be that woman, bro, I was going up to every girl there, loving it, dancing, this thing, that thing. But then, bro, a month later, look at what led to, like, I mean, bro, like, led to a death. I got, bro, that was burn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. If
so
you look at it in that light.
so
yeah,
no,
yeah.
like like that's the problem with like how it can open you up. Sometimes like you got to be held back a little bit too as well.
Right. Yeah, you have to know yourself. You have to know your limit, I think that's really what it comes down to. But I just think a lot of people have to learn that the hard way.
Right.
A lot of people got to learn that the hard way.
No, and it's all good, bro. It's all good. This is what it's about. This is what it's
Yeah.
about. This is you need to. I mean, like now, I would look at a kid and try to not get him to make the same mistakes, because we've just been blessed where some of the mistakes we've made, we've been able to bounce back from. It's funny, whatever. Oh, I jerked off. Oh, I hung out with that girl. Like what, we've just been like blessed. Even the moments that we're like the least proud of, we don't have a kid right now. We're healthy, right? We didn't get into an accident, like we didn't kill anyone, but like that is I definitely but and in all that, I mean, it created this podcast, created who we are, the mindset that we have. So it's great. So it's a hard thing, right? Because it's like the mess ups make you who you are, but then what would you do with a kid? Would you try to get them? Would you try to remove like the bad stuff in their life, or would you let them be because that's what happened to you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it would. Yeah. Yeah, I guess your life experiences cater to how you would raise your child, because you don't want to have them make the same mistakes that you made.
Right.
But now you're almost like playing God, because now you're trying to stop them from learning certain lessons without them actually going through it. So now maybe if you prevent something from happening early on, that mistake that they make later on that they didn't learn on themselves, which would have been like minuscule, is big.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like the butterfly effect. You try to step in and take control. You try to change the trajectory of someone else's life. And even if it's your own kid.
Yeah.
Because of your past, like, think about that. This is a crazy thought I've just had. You made past mistakes. You did something stupid. You don't want your offspring to make those same mistakes. You try to teach them the lesson, you try to tell them, right? It helps for the short term while they're young. As they get a little older, they start to live on their own. We're still young and dumb. We want to explore. Don't touch the hot, stove. I'm going to tap it. I'm going to see if it actually burns. And now they make it, but now they make it on like a larger scale. And now maybe if they would have learned it at 15, 16, we're talking like talking back to the teacher or throwing a paper airplane in class. And now at 22, 23, they're driving drunk.
Yeah.
Or getting a girl pregnant that they didn't want to get pregnant.
Yeah.
That's butterfly effect. So it's like, do you that's why I think parenting is so hard, because it's like, do you overparent? Do you teach them everything, every mistake that you made wrong you don't want them to make? Or what if you don't teach them the mistakes that you never even went through? Maybe they have to go through it to learn it and then teach their future. It's a very weird thing. And that's why I think life is the best teacher. And I think you should just do your best to just live morally right. Like, raise your kid morally right. I think that's it. And I think that's how kind of we were raised. We made our own mistakes. We made dumb decisions. We kind of lived. We drank. We smoked. We hung out with girls. But we were raised morally right to know, don't step off the edge. And I think that's the barrier, is like, if you leave a 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old, even up to 21, 22, to with no background of like what could go wrong here, they may fuck up everything. But if you kind of lay the standard down, but you're not too harsh, you kind of let them make their own mistakes, and you hope that it's not too drastic, they kind of periodically learn along the way. Because we've had a lot of friends that maybe didn't have that parental guidance, that didn't have that big brother, that didn't have that big sister, that at 19, 20, 21 fucked up big time. Because they didn't make those micro mistakes at 15, 16, 17. So the first mistake they made was like a compound effect of all the bullshit that they didn't have to go through. Yeah. And then it hits them at 21.
Yeah.
And that's where it changes your life.
That's scary. Dude, parenting is so weird because it's like I love jiu-jitsu is a really great metaphor for everything in my life. Like, some guy asked me, he's like, how's everything going? How's the podcast going and everything? I looked at him and I was like, great, bro. I was like, I have a little bit of a different view on the podcast and social media and all that now than I did. I think of it it's just like jiu-jitsu, where like there's nothing that I can do in the world tomorrow to get a black belt.
Yeah.
There's nothing I could do. There's no get rich quick. There's no advanced class. I have to put 10 years in, and hopefully I will receive a black belt. But I know that as long as I keep doing it, I will one day get a black belt.
Yeah.
So, but I'm comparing it here with parenting. Cause it's just like, you right?
I was checking your camera. It might die.
Oh, it might die?
Yeah.
I think it was
a little low. It's a little low.
A little low?
I'll put it on just so we don't have to do it.
All right, good. Now imagine parenting. We go into parenting like as a white belt. We don't know anything about it. Like, that's probably the most important thing you could ever do, but we literally don't know a single thing about parenting before we do it. How crazy is that?
Right, and you have a preconceived notion on how you should parent from the way that you were raised.
Right, so you have bad fundamentals. Your fundamentals are off.
Right, you take things that you want to imply to your children, and then you have things that you don't want to apply to your children. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, bro.
A crazy thing. Yeah, we just have no...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that my parents were awesome in some ways, and I think they were horrible in other ways.
And I think that's okay, though. I think that's the evolution of life, though. Is to not do the things that maybe you didn't like that your parents did to you, so your kids don't have to go through that.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I do this a lot. Like, I be thinking like my way is the only way.
Right.
You know, like I'd be thinking that. Like I don't know. I mean, probably not. You know, but
Of course.
it's just funny though. I have such an opinion, even though I don't know what it's like at all because I've never done it.
Mm.
You know, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Where are we at? Hour 19. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, what I wanted to, well, I didn't even get to it earlier.
Okay.
When I was with Nick, he asked me, he said like, you know, if you could have anything you want right now, like what would it be?
That's a fire question.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just like editing last night, like on some chill shit, you know, and he was just like, yo, if you could have anything right now, like what would it be? And I sat and thought about it for a second, and I was like, dude, honestly, I was like, I'm not even joking. I was like, it would be, you know who? Because I was like, she like and I wasn't even saying that like emotionally, and I was like, dude, I was like two different people when I had her in my life versus when I'm left to my own demise. And I was like, if I'm left to my own demise and I have control of what I do, it's probably not the best. Probably not the best. Probably make poor decisions. But with her in my life, I mean, I didn't want to do a lot of the bullshit that I probably do, you know? And I was like, and he was like, "Really? Out of everything?" And I was like, "Dude, yeah." I was like, she brought out the best in me. Like when I met her, bro, I cut out everything. All the bullshit in my life. Cut out everything. And I could only imagine what it would have looked like if it actually played out, you know? But yeah, left to like, and I think a lot of men struggle with that when men are left to their own to their own fucking control, and they do what they think is best for them, which is usually like what feels good. Dude, you just do stupid shit, you know, you kind of destroy yourself. And I'm speaking for me, and which I'm not but I think, I mean, men listening, I think they can relate, and maybe they do things to the more extreme that they're definitely not proud of. And I'm not doing anything that's gonna like kill me or destroy me, or something that I'm like super not proud of, or would be that afraid to tell people. Like it's not that, but at least for me, because I'm very I'm hyper fixated on who I should be. You know, I'm very self fixated, you know. I'm hard on myself, so I hold myself to a higher standard.
Well, I think it's because what like imagine where I would be if I cut this out. You have to think about it like this, bro. Like
Yeah.
at least what God says is that's the stuff that's holding you back. You might not feel that way.
Yeah.
You might not X, Y, and Z. But if God is real, that's just the truth. So that's what's scary about it. That's why, like, yeah, bro, that stuff is fun. But what if that's why the podcast isn't where it's supposed to be? I've seen little glimpses of that.
Yeah.
I've seen like little like things. Like the other day I donated $15. As soon as I donated, $2,000 deposited into my account. You could say these things are coincidence, right? But I swear to God, anytime I'm like obedient and I post a clip, it goes viral. Anytime I'm not obedient, it doesn't go viral. I think God, he's at least given me. I'm not saying it's like that with everyone, but I've seen that. Like,
sure.
And that's what it is. It's like, imagine where I would be if I actually just didn't do the things I like that maybe I like, but I know that he doesn't like.
Yeah.
He would categorize them as sin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why it's just so important to have just like good people and good influences in your life.
Yeah.
You know? Like I really do.
We don't have any big brothers. Think about it like that. We don't have any big brothers. Like we don't have that in the slightest. Like we've always kind of been that for other people.
Yeah, we have big brothers We have big brothers, but not ones that we truly want to be like.
Yeah, like we love parts of them, like, you know, like we love parts of some of these guys, you know, but like,
But like, would I be proud to be like, yo, this is my big brother if you knew everything about him? Absolutely not.
yeah, right.
Which is scary.
And that says a lot.
You know?
People we've like admired, admirations, like I would love to be like them in some ways.
But that's the thing. You admire them until you actually really get to know them. And now you look at them differently.
Yeah.
You still like them. You still fuck with them. You still love them. But you can never look at them in the same light once you see them on a certain level.
Facts.
You know?
Yeah, I want a big brother, bro.
Yeah, it's hard, bro. I mean, having that big brother, I mean, just having people, man. Having people, I think is so important. I think it really does influence us because we are so alone. We are so, bro, a lot of us, bro, we're bored. You know, we want people around us. We want to have conversations. We want connection. I crave connection. You know, I crave connection. And I feel like I've been in a position where so many people have, people that I've like thought that this connection was going to last forever, or people that I thought were going to be in my life for the rest of my life have kind of like either faded out, or I did wrong and I pushed them away. You know, I pushed good people away too. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. I had this thought the other day, like just be careful who you push away, bro. You know, be careful who you hurt, because like you're going to look back and realize like the person that you lost is someone that would have never given up on you. You know, we treat people poorly sometimes because of our selfish desires, and we push away good people, you know, people that they would have never given up on us. They would have always loved us, and we push them away. And I've also been on the other side where like I've been that good person. I've been that person that has given unconditional love, always wanted to be, you know, in their life, done everything above and beyond, and they treated me like shit, you know? And they've just completely disregarded me, completely acted like I didn't exist, you know? And they just let me go, you know? No question about it. Like, see you later. And I think that's important, is to like recognize the good people in your life, the actual good people in your life, whether it's a partner, whether it's a friend, whether it's a family member, like genuinely understand who is good for you, who is going to benefit you, who's positively impacting your life.
I agree.
And keep them close, man. Don't push them away. Keep those relationships close. If you haven't talked to them in a while, reach out. You know, even if they haven't hit you up, reach out to them. Be the bigger person. Keep that relationship in your life, you know, because you'll look back and regret it. And the people that let you go when you were the good person, let them keep going, because they didn't see your value. You know, they didn't see you. And you shouldn't have to beg someone to be in your life. I've done that a lot, you know. People that didn't see my value, people that just let me go when I was nothing but good to them. I've like tried to beg and plead and simp for them to stay. And it's like, dude, if someone doesn't want to be there, let them go. Mm-hmm. You know, let that person go in that aspect when you didn't do anything wrong, you know? Because let them feel that pain of regret of losing you when they're not where they want to be, and they realize like they lost a good person. You know, they lost someone that loved them.
Yeah.
And I just think that's so important, bro, to just to be able to decipher like who's good, because I think we get confused of actually who's good in our life. You know, like we were just talking, like the big brothers, like are they actually good? Are they someone I want to look up to? You know, part of me wants to look up to them. I think they're cool.
Right.
But I actually know them, and it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I got stunned with some of that. You know, just like I did view them in a good light, but I guess I didn't really know them, because it didn't take that much getting to know someone to find who they really are.
dark.
That's what's scary, bro. It's scary. Yeah, so.
How many people in your life do you think you actually genuinely know? Inside out, no excuses, no skeletons in the closet. You know them inside out.
Quite a bit. I get close to people. And I have like a lot of friends, you know?
Yeah, but I'm saying, do you really know them though? Like, are you 100% confident? Like, would you bet money that if everything came out about them, you would know them?
Yeah, because if it's a decision, if it's like a decision that that person's made and maybe they haven't told me, I'm like, yeah, I could see it. I
Okay.
could see it. I get it. Yeah, I know people enough. Like I can't tell you. I don't know your Google search history. You know what I'm saying? But like,
right.
yeah, but I know who the character of that person. Like, I go on.
Do you think like mistakes define people of who they truly are?
Not even a little bit.
Okay.
Not even a little bit. No.
So you're forgiving when people screw up, even if it hurts you.
Yeah, I mean, bro, that's like a core fundamental in my life is forgiveness. It's like a core value, forgiveness.
What if that person keeps making the same mistake?
Yeah, I would keep forgiving. I mean, I think that like reconciliation is different than forgiveness. Like you don't have to be someone's best friend or keep the person in your life anymore, but like you always, because I understand, because I know who, I know like the thing inside me that hurts people, and I don't think we're that far off.
Yeah.
I don't think we're that far off.
Yeah. No, I agree because I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
It's just, bro. I mean, you know, yeah. I mean, bro, it's just, you know, I'll go out there and just say it. I mean, you know, I mean the only time in the Bible Jesus, the only time in the Bible Jesus teaches people how to pray is the Our Father, and right after the Our Father, he says, if you don't forgive people their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive yours. So you have to forgive. I hate I like I never like seeing people that are unforgiving. It's like those are the people in our comments.
Yeah.
They're like, that's really like the core emotion of like where people are at. It's
Mhm.
they're just they're unforgiving. And bro, like forgiveness is really hard, but like when you actually learn how to forgive, it's like a sword.
Yeah, because I think people forget that like if you forgive someone, you have to view them in the same light, or they have to play the same role that they once played in your life,
No, not
and
even a
that's
little bit.
okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to see them that way anymore. You
Yeah.
can forgive them, so that releases you from that burden. You don't have to think about it anymore. It doesn't have to live in your mind anymore. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to weigh heavy on your heart anymore. You can forgive them, but you're not obligated to view them in the same light if they treated you poorly, or if they did you wrong, or they hurt you, or they broke your
Yeah, not
heart.
even a little bit. No. No,
Yeah.
that's a different, you could view them totally differently now. But you can still forgive them.
Yeah, I think a lot of people forget that. I think people think forgiveness is, I have to forget everything you did, and our relationship has to be exactly how it was before you did what you did.
Yeah, I mean, I think like forgiveness is the power that can allow you to do that. It's the only thing that can allow you to do that because you can't forget, but forgiveness is more powerful than forgetting. It's something that like I'd be pissed off at people all the time. Like I really wish you didn't do that. But like if I can forgive you, then you didn't do that. Like you did do it, but like effective, like to me, it's like it's actually deeper. It's like you did that, but I could still love you. Now, what does that say about our connection?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think that's the best
Because
saying
bro,
ever.
you're gonna that's the thing is like any relationship you ever have in your life, you're already signed up to fail. Like
Oh, yeah.
you're already, bro, it doesn't matter if it's your father, this person, your relationship, homie. Bro, you guys are gonna hurt each other. It's just what a relationship is. I don't know what you need. You don't know what I need. And every once in a while, bro, we're gonna make a dumb decision, whether we're drunk or we're just being idiots or whatever it is, and people get hurt, bro. But I mean, how much more can you love someone when you really know them, and um and accept them,
Yeah.
and that's forgiveness.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why. I mean, I'm a big advocate of like
Because I can,
forgive but
yeah,
never forget. Forgive but never forget. Because I don't think like if you don't forget, you don't have to like once you forgive,
yeah,
you can. You're never gonna forget it. If there's something that you need forgiveness of, you're never going to forget it. If it's something that if it's someone that you care about,
right,
you'll never forget it. But you'll stop thinking about it all the time once you forgive them, once you move on from it. And I think that's the difference. A lot of people they won't they don't truly forgive them for what they did. And that's why not forgetting it leads to animosity and leads to conflict. But if you truly forgive, even if you don't forget, you'll be able to move on and then proceed in the relationship. You'll be able to have a fruitful relationship,
yeah,
even though you know what you did. You know what that person did to you, but you'll never forget that. Of course, we're humans. There's staples. There's situations in our life that we'll never forget.
right,
Of course, you won't forget that if it comes from someone that you love.
yeah,
But if you forgive them, you'll be all right.
yeah,
You'll be able to look past it because you'll remember, like, yo, they're just human. They made a mistake, just
course.
like I have made thousands.
yeah,
You know, you need to hold people to the same standard that you hold yourself.
yeah,
You know, we want to crucify people for making a mistake that we have made. It's like, who are you? Who are you to judge someone else on making a mistake that you've made multiple times?
and one thing I will say is I think that we're speaking about two different types of people here, because person A, I'll forgive every day because I know their character, I know their heart.
Their heart. Yeah.
I know that
Yeah.
because I'm telling you, bro, as someone with a good heart, I make plenty of mistakes. I'm going to keep making them until the cows come home. But there's also person B that is cursed.
And
Like,
willingly making those mistakes.
oh, bro, they're cursed. Like I use that.
Yeah.
I use such poor terminology to say that I've met, like, there are people out there that are like genuine demons.
Yes.
Like, and they're gonna keep doing and what they do, and they don't even see it. And I think for those people, bro, there is no, you can still forgive that person, but there's some, bro, though, oh man, that's one of my biggest gripes in life, are the people that are they're hurtful and proud of it and okay with it. To not feel any remorse for a wrong that you've done is insane to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it feels
And I
like I'm mixed between the two because I feel like I've been on the side of like having the empathy for those people still. Even though I know they're completely wrong, even though I know they've completely uh they're not a good person.
yeah.
I still feel empathy for them because I'm like, what brought you here?
I think
People aren't born evil.
I think they are.
You think people are born evil?
I think so. Yeah. Well, I think all of us are evil
No, I think all of us are
in
evil.
some degree. Um, but I believe that some people are just bad eggs.
But I don't know. I don't think so, man. Just look at a baby. Look at how innocent a baby is.
Babies suck.
They know nothing.
They steal things. They cry all the time. They would knock their sister down a flight of stairs.
Yeah, but
Babies
not,
and kids. My
not all
viewpoint on
them.
that. My viewpoint on that's different.
Not all of them though. How many babies have you been around?
I'm talking like babies to kids. Babies. A baby is an innocent is like an innocent thing. But
But
like
that's what I'm saying. What happened from that time that they have the opportunity to push a kid down? What happened?
yeah, their nature happened.
Their nature, but that's not them though. Something triggered that. Something they saw. Their instinct, something happened, I feel like, along the way, right? Maybe something they saw in the house one time. Maybe dad got mad at mom and pushed her.
Mm-hmm.
Shut the fuck up,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
And kids are impressionable. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like instinctively, that's my like personal opinion. I just feel like, bro, like kids, like they don't mean any harm. I just think as we get older, as we have like a conscious and we can start to think for ourselves, like what happened to you to act this certain type of way? I don't think you were, since the womb, you just came out as one of Satan's childs. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, what the fuck do I know? But I'm just saying, like, I just feel like something happens along the way to steer someone off the path. And that's why I just genuinely sometimes still have empathy for people that have treated me wrong or do other people wrong or do dark shit. It's like, what happened to you? What happened to you? I mean, we asked Seth Gale, someone who was molested from 11 to 15, if you could have one conversation with Mondo, what would you tell him? The first thing he said was, what happened to you? What caused this? I just think there is.
Yeah,
I
but
think
what
there
is
is
it
a
about
level.
someone's spirit where Seth Gale could have turned around and also did all that stuff, but he like took it as a positive? That's why I believe some people are just like cracked.
I think, but that's where I think free will comes into play.
Yeah.
Bro, you have a choice. You have a choice. You
Yeah.
have a human choice to do what you want to do.
Right.
That's why I don't believe everything is written, set in stone. No matter what happens, this is your outcome.
Yeah.
Because like Seth Gale could have went the other way.
Yeah.
People who were molested could have went the other way and continued that cycle and
A lot of them
molested
do.
other
A lot of them
people,
do,
and a
yeah.
lot of them do.
Yeah.
But that's why I don't believe. Why would God write that? If God wrote the book, why would God write other people to be molested? I think God has given us free will to do what we do with our experiences.
Yeah.
In a sense, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's like, if you got molested as a kid, you have the free will to do what you want to do with your life.
Yeah.
God wouldn't write, you get molested, now you molest other kids. I don't think that's the
No, I don't.
I don't think either. That's where I think I think that's where the everything is written gets debunked. To me, at least. Like when I think about the negative things, because there's a bunch of other things that we could go. But I think us as humans, I mean, the Adam and Eve story is the clear-cut sign of like pretty much everything. It's like, you're told not to do one thing, you do it, and then it fucks everything up.
Yeah.
And now we had the free will to make that choice. Like we know what we have to do, but we did this instead, and now we have to deal with those consequences. That's all. Like I think that's why I don't know if people are born evil. I don't think you're born evil. I think the world makes you evil.
Well, they're sociopaths.
Well, that's now we're talking mental. You have something wrong with your brain.
Right.
That's science.
Yeah.
There's a birth defect.
Yeah.
Right now you're born with something wrong in the brain. But I'm talking about because there's a lot of people that are mentally sane that have a healthy brain that make very poor decisions that ruin people's lives.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I think that, I've just met a lot of people that I just like get stunned. I'm just stunned.
For sure.
I'm just like, damn. Yeah, there's no excuse.
Right.
I understand why you could be the way you are, and I can forgive you because of it, but it still doesn't make it okay.
No.
Yeah.
No. It never makes it okay. Yeah.
I'm hungry. I want to eat.
Yeah, I'm hungry too. Let's call this. This was good. We're at about an hour 30 and change. Yeah. No, these are good. These are great. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you're here, appreciate you always. Yeah, I think we touched on a lot of good stuff today.
Yeah.
All right. Well, See you guys on the next episode. Appreciate you.